Hi my foodies, so I've come up with another very crunchy starter perfect for any kind of parties or gathering which I'll be preparing with some egg, that is crunchy egg fingers. This is an excellent finger food for kids as well, which is perfectly superbly crunchy outside and juicy and moist within. So let's get on to the recipe. To prepare these gorgeous and crunchy egg fingers, first up in a large mixing bowl, we'll break in 8 to 10 eggs depending on the size of your baking tin or mold whichever you are using. Like I'm using this mold today, this one, square one. So basically we need at least this much thickness. So if you are using a smaller mold or thali, you can use any mold or thali or tiffin box, then you can take the eggs accordingly. So we'll break in all the eggs in this bowl. So today I'm taking 9 eggs. And to this I am going to add in some salt and some pepper as per taste. So you can keep this as simple as this, but if you want you can also add a few more ingredients for flavoring, like I am using some more things, like I am adding a tablespoon of very finely chopped onions and a tablespoon of very finely chopped capsicum, little red chili flakes and half a teaspoon of mixed herb seasoning. I'm also adding some mozzarella cheese. You can also use some processed cheese. This is extra. This is completely optional. So I'm using some mozzarella cheese, say about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Now mix everything really well with the help of a fork. But do not overbeat it for long, as we don't want to make the batter too fluffy. So as I told you, you can skip the ingredients which I have used extra as per your taste. You can keep it as simple as salt and pepper. So everything is nicely mixed. As I told you, do not make it very fluffy as we are not making omelette. This basic egg mixture is ready. We are going to transfer this onto the mold. But before that, I am going to brush it with some oil. So today I don't have the butter paper handy, but if you have, then you can definitely use the butter paper here for easy demolding, and grease that as well. After greasing it on all the sides, I am going to transfer, that is pour the entire egg mixture into this. Meanwhile, you can keep a pot for boiling water. So here I have already kept a vessel with enough water for boiling, because we need to steam the egg mixture. But do not add too much water, else it will seep in the mold while boiling. For placing the mold, you can keep any ring or any bowl, even steel katori will do. Basically we need a stand at the base of the container. So this mold is also ready with the egg mixture. We are going to cover this with a piece of foil. You can also use a plate if you have of this size. Cover it with a piece of foil nicely so that the water does not go inside. And secondly, the vapors should not fall on the egg while steaming. Once covered well, poke it with a knife slightly to escape any heat. So it's nicely covered. We'll place it over the stand carefully. And then I'm going to cover it with a lid, and we need to cook this, we need to steam this for about 20 to 25 minutes between low to medium flame, so that the egg mixture is steamed enough to cut into shapes. Because if it is underdone, then you won't be able to cut properly. So it's been almost 27 minutes. Let's remove the lid and check, and carefully remove the foil. You can see this egg mixture is nicely steamed, and even if it is little uneven on top or on the sides, it's okay, because as it is we are going to crumb this with some bread and then deep fry. So need not worry if it is not proper, if it is not puffed up properly or evenly, that's completely okay. We are going to pierce a knife and check. If it comes out clean, that means it's fully done from inside. So look at this, it's nicely done. Remove it out and let it stand for about 10 to 15 minutes or until slightly cooled. Once cooled, we'll loosen the sides with a knife or a butter knife for easy demolding. And then I'm going to turn it upside down onto a plate or platform, and then tap it a bit like this, and then remove the mold. You can see how easily it has come out, and it looks slightly uneven as I told you. Do not worry, we are going to crumb it later. I'm going to bring it back onto the top, and it looks like a really beautiful egg cake right now. So now it's time to cut it into bite size. So here I'm cutting this into bite size or the finger size pieces. So first I'm going to cut this way. You can do however you like. You can do small bites also, however, whichever shape you like, you can cut that way, but I'm going to cut it into strips like this. So cut it into a big strip like this in between, like so. And if it is too thick this way, then you can cut this in between also to make one medium sized finger. See, this is how, because we don't want to keep the fingers very thick as we are going to coat it further with some crumbs. So this much thickness is fine. Like from one strip I made 2 strips. Likewise cut all of them. So these are all well cut and ready. I'll show you one. It's quite moist and soft with all the vegetables and flavors in it. And now we'll quickly prepare the coating ingredients. In a bowl or plate, I am going to take about 3 to 4 tablespoons of maida or all-purpose flour, and then I am going to season it with some salt, very little red chili flakes and mixed up seasoning, and mix it well. In the second bowl, here I have taken some breadcrumbs. These are fresh breadcrumbs for which I have simply crushed a few bread slices in a blender to get this texture. So this second coating is also ready. And in the third bowl, here I have taken 2 eggs and I am going to add a pinch of salt and beat it. If you want, you can also add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. So all the 3 bowls are ready for coating: the maida, the breadcrumbs and the egg mixture. Now we'll take an egg slice and first coat it with the flour on all the sides, that is on the dry flour, and coat it evenly and dust the excess. This coating is very important, else the egg mixture won't stick onto it. And then I'm going to dip this into the egg mixture. You can use a fork for this to remove the extra. Just drench it nicely and quickly for an even coating. Do not keep for long. Remove the excess and then immediately coat it with the breadcrumbs all over to get a good coating. So coat it nicely on all the sides with the breadcrumbs. So this is how it looks. So this one coating is ready. If you want, you can fry this way also, but I'm going to make it more crunchy, for which I'm going to double coat everything. So I'm going to again dip this into the egg mixture quickly so that the breadcrumbs doesn't fall apart, and then again put it into the breadcrumbs and give a nice coating on all the sides. This will give a thick coating to the egg fingers, which will turn very crunchy after frying. Likewise, we'll prepare all of them. So this entire batch is ready with the crumbs. You can keep this in the fridge in any airtight container for almost 3 to 4 days. Next, here I've kept oil for frying. Once heated well, we'll drop in the egg fingers one by one into the hot oil and fry these for about 3 to 4 minutes or until they turn golden brown and crunchy on top. Do not put too many at a time, else the temperature of the oil will come down. So after frying it for almost 3 minutes over medium-high flame, these are beautifully done. Do not turn them very dark. They look perfectly done. We'll remove them out and then place them on a kitchen towel. Likewise, we'll prepare the other batches also and then remove them as well. They look so perfect. It's time to serve. You can serve them hot with some mayonnaise, some ketchup, some dip or chutney on the side. So I'll just quickly break one and show you. Look at this. It's perfectly crispy outside and superbly moist and fluffy inside. I'm feeling like taking a bite. So I'll just take a bite and show you. So yum. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. If yes, do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such easy recipes. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye bye.